Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This interview will literally change your life. If you're interested on how to learn how to step-by-step manifest the life of your dreams, please keep watching. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you're not new, welcome back. I'm excited to have you back here with me today. I'm Amber, aka the Sassy Entrepreneur on Instagram, also known as the original Glamsta as well. I'm excited for today's guest. I've been following him for a while. I've binge watched all his videos on YouTube, and they are so insightful on how you can manifest the life of your dreams. So this is the interview that's going to literally change your life if you allow it. Be receptive, be open, and I think that you're going to definitely enjoy this interview. Okay, you guys, I'm super excited for this interview. I've been a fan of Mark's for a while. I binge watched all his videos, and I'm super excited because I just think that, you know, taking your power back and actually creating the life that you want for your life, you know, your life really is so important. So I'm excited to have Mark here, and thank you, first of all, for being here. It took us a while to get get things situated, but I'm super excited that you're here. So,
light, yeah. Okay. Now better light in there now.
Okay, cool. So if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself to the audience and telling them a little bit about yourself and, you know, a little bit of background on yourself.
Okay, well, yeah, my name is Mark Haughton. So basically what I do is I teach and help individuals to use what we call universal energy, or the law of attraction, along with your subconscious mind, how you can create and attract things into your reality. That's basically, I help people to discover their true potential, you know, their hidden gifts and abilities that we all have, and you can tap into it.
Mm-hmm. And I've done a lot of interviews on my channel, and with this interview, I want to do it a little different. I just want to have like a relaxed conversation, and you know, based off your videos that you do, you're pretty much that way anyway. So with the prior interviews that I've done, we've always talked about business and different tactics and strategies that you can, you know, elevate your life in a sense, whether it's business or, you know, just being productive in your life in general. But honestly, I really believe that it really starts with the things that you teach about, you know, really taking that control, because a lot of times we think that everything is outside of us and we have no control. And I would like to like start there and kind of like talk about like, because here's the thing, and I've talked to a lot of people and they're always like, my story, why I can't do something. This is why I can't do something. You just don't understand because you didn't grow up like I did. And you have, you know, this, you had it that way and I had it this way. So where can we like start there and actually like give people back the control of their life?
So basically, you want to start where, you know, how individuals can become aware of what's happening or what's preventing them from reaching their goals?
Yeah, I think that people really just think that everything is external to them. And I think that really like becoming aware that it's really internal, right?
Right. Well, yeah, well, see, that's something, it's really difficult for people or individuals to grasp that everything is internal, because we're constantly bombarded from the age of young kids to school and society and our education base, just the entire structure and system of how, you know, our society works is based on external factors. You know, think about it, when you went to go to school, you know, you were taught to fix problems. You know, fix problems is external. You weren't taught to be internal. But remarkably, what led to the internal recognition is quantum physics, quantum mechanics. 150 years ago, we discovered what the base matter or the base structure of reality is. And then we came to find out that everything is pretty much, there's nothing is invisible to the naked eye, our energy. So once, I would say the aware or open individuals realize that you can create from internal, because what happens is that you internally, you vibrate, you give off a frequency. That frequency goes out, and then you get the effect. So a lot of individuals are being fooled or deceived. Well, I won't say deceived, but maybe ignorant to know that what they're seeing external is created from internally. So we try to fix the external, and that's because of our mind, our conscious mind. It's logical, it's structural. So it will attempt to fix it, but it has no awareness, or it has no recognition that everything is being created from inside of us. And when you get the external part of it, it's too late. I use the analogy like when you have a glass with milk. So when you have the glass with the milk, you can do things with the milk. You can stir the milk, you can shake the milk, you can drink the milk. But once the milk is spilled, there's nothing you can do. You can't put the milk back in the glass or anything of that sort. It's already spilled. So reality is that way. So that spilled milk, and then you're trying to fix the spilled milk rather than focus that you have the glass already there that you could change. So I hope that analogy makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think too, it's really important to know that, because then that gives you the power to change it. And I think that's important, because when you feel like you can't control what's going on around you, then you really can't create the life of your dreams. And we're talking about creating the life of our dreams, creating whatever it is that you want for your life, whether it's with your career, your family, your fitness, your health, whatever. If you really know that it starts with you, then that gives you the power to actually change your reality and take control back. And I think that's really, really powerful when you really, really think about it, because it's good to say, but when you think about it, it really is like, wow, I can really manipulate this whole reality that is in front of me. And I think that's really, really good. So I want to talk about manifesting. And I think this is something that has really become popular over the years. Obviously, people are talking about manifesting this and manifesting that, but what does that really, really mean? And what are the steps to actually manifesting and creating the life of your dreams?
All right, so it goes in this term. So the manifesting is an after effect of creating. So what you do is you create an environment, and then within that environment, like soup, you make soup, it makes the perfect soup, and it's ready to eat. So what you do, you create the environment, and in the environment, it creates manifesting. So what I want individuals to think about it, when you manifest something, it's not the final product. The creating the circumstance or the environment, meaning that the way you think, the way you focus your attention, those create environments. Quantum physics, the particles, it creates that soup, and then when everything gets perfect, boom, that's what manifesting is. So that's how you manifest things you want. So manifesting is all about creating the correct environment. And you create the correct environment through your thoughts, your intentions, and your focus. So I want individuals to know that that's what manifests. So when you think about manifest, you have to think about the before product, which is what you're doing, your daily habits, your routine, your rituals. You're creating an environment, and the manifesting is automatic, because the way the universe is set up is when everything reaches a correct environment or a correct, space, time, event, timing, then the manifestation automatically appears. So that's very important. I want individuals to know about manifesting.
Can we go a little deeper on that? Are you saying that manifesting is not the actual thing that, like, say people, like I just did a video on manifesting a G-Wagon. So the G-Wagon is not the manifestation, but it's the environment. And what do you mean by the environment? Is it the lifestyle?
Okay, right. So, all right. So manifesting it's automatic. So it's this way. So okay, the G-Wagon. So if you're thinking about a car, so you are creating it in a non-physical form first.
Okay.
What I mean by that, so you create it in an etheric car, spiritual, non-physical. So when you think about the G-Wagon, and when you feel about the G-Wagon, when you go drive, when you go test drive your G-Wagon, so now your environment is conduent to the G-Wagon. So everything, the energy you're putting forth, okay, so now everything is manifesting. See what happens there? So now when everything comes together, when I mean comes together, it means that there's no more resistance. You don't have any resistance to it. Resistance can come from your conscious ego or your subconscious mind with emotional blocks. So when there's no resistance, now you allow the manifestation to come forth through your subconscious mind. Hence, you'll get the G-Wagon, you may get some money, you may win something. Whatever the universe or your higher self decides, you get it. So that's how it works. So you create things first. You create the environment. And then the manifestation is a product of it. Just like when you plant a seed, right? You plant the seed, the earth, the soil has all the ingredients already for the seed to grow, right? You don't have to, we just put in the earth. The DNA, the codes, everything's already embedded within that soil to fertilize that seed. So it's the same thing with your environment, space around me, everything. Everything is already conducive. So all I do is I think about it or I focus on it. Okay, now if I don't have any resistance, that means I'm not pushing back on it. I'm allowing it to come, then that's when the manifestation takes place. So individuals have to know that the first part of manifesting is creating it, the environment, then it manifests. The manifestation is automatic. So it's very important for individuals to know that, because the people think that, okay, I'm manifesting. So they're not focused on the creating environment, meaning that their thoughts, their habits, their attitude, right? How they view themselves, how they view things, how they see their world, their beliefs. Those are what I call the environment.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, and that's major. Like I have to say, I went through like a spiritual awakening a few years ago, and it was interesting because I started looking at life different. I mean, it was being reflected to me in a different way, and as I go down the rabbit hole of trying to understand what all of this is about, it just keeps getting deeper and deeper. Yeah. So I would say, just to piggyback off what you said is that, whatever you really want, you like select it. And when you select that in the quantum field, that's when you're using your imagination and visualizing it. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yep.
And then allowing it to come into your experience through your subconscious mind. Right. But before it can manifest or you allow it you're allowed to experience it, you can't have like blocks, which I think that is the hardest thing for a lot of people to get over. So I would really like to talk about that, because I think that people understand at this point, the law of attraction is that magnetism, like sort of like, I think like you said in your videos, it's like gravity. It's like one of those laws. It's like, it brings it to your reality. So all you have to do, it sounds so easy. It's like, all you do is select it, visualize it, imagine it, feel it, be on that same like frequency and like emotion, and put your emotion into it, and then it's going to manifest. But it doesn't always happen that easy for a lot of people, because I feel like a lot of us have been conditioned to think certain ways, and that does not allow it to manifest or allow us to experience what we really want to experience in our reality.
Yes, and a lot of us, we're trained on surface level. So basically mean a lot of things, the tools that we're using is surface level tools, it's just the conscious mind tools. Individuals aren't aware of the subconscious, the unconscious tools. This is why a lot of individuals struggle with the law of attraction, because a lot of the materials are just surface level. You made a great point. So the key is, it's all about your subconscious. So you have to give your subconscious the blueprint to create. So your conscious mind can only do 10% of the work because it's designed for something else. It's designed to navigate the physical plane for your senses, for survival, for logic, for structure, with time and organization. It can think. So it's really created for the external, physical world. But your subconscious, on the other hand, it can manipulate both worlds. So what your subconscious does, it takes things from an infinite form. It can find avenues that your conscious mind can never achieve because it's so limited. But if your subconscious mind holds things that are incongruent with what you want, for example, if you consciously believe that or you consciously want to make more money or better health or be more happy, but if your subconscious mind has a belief of low self-esteem, deserve it, a lot of self-confidence issues, the way you see the world, such as money or people, or rich people are mean, rich people they scam to get money, or money's evil. So now you have incongruent, right? And your subconscious is very different than the conscious because your subconscious is not logical. It's not analytical. So once the analytical part of your mind kind of sees, well, this is how it is, subconscious says that's what it is. So even though, we change because consciously we grow up, we have different beliefs, we start to change our beliefs, right? We start to think differently. Subconscious doesn't do that unless you activate it. It stays the same as you were a kid because it doesn't operate with structural time. So while we're growing up and while we're changing and while we have new things we want to accomplish, those still beliefs are stuck there because your subconscious is stuck in time, the now, so to speak. So it believes these are still new. And this is why it holds on. And you're thinking to yourself, why am I sabotaging? What's going on? I want it, but I'm not getting it. Well, because your subconscious is not on board. So that's a big tip for individuals. So if you want to change your life, it's not up here in the conscious. You have to go to the unconscious. That's where the work is. And to be honest, the way society is set up now, everything is programmed in your mind for quick fix, quick this, fast food, 5 minutes, get a burger in 2 minutes, get a sandwich. Everything is fast, fast, fast. Your subconscious doesn't work in that time. It doesn't think fast, fast. So if you think that, okay, I'm just going to get fast results, no, it's a tuning, it's a repetition. And once you do the work, though, and once you tune your subconscious, it's done. It's going to be an automatic pilot. I think that's where a lot of individuals really get misguided because they believe that, it's going to be a quick fix or I can do it fast. For some individuals, it may because depending on how you grow up, right, you don't have a lot of blocks. For other individuals, they have to be disciplined. Some of us in 20, 30 years programmed already. Yeah. You're not going to get it out in about 1 to 2 months. It doesn't work that way. Your brain fuses. Neurons are connected. You have to change the pattern. That's where the habit, the daily repetition comes in. And if you do it, then the inner reality will start changing outer reality.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that you made a great point too. I think that a lot of times too, people don't really realize what's going on because like you said, consciously, you're like, of course I want a lot of money. But then because the way our society's set up too is like Instagram and, all TV and media, all these things that don't allow us to really like listen to what the narrative is going on in our head and really saying to us, that we're just kind of numb, that we don't realize, okay, that consciously, like, yes, I want a lot of money, but then if you like turn all that stuff off and you really listen to what's going on in your head, and it's like, because that's actually one of the things that really, really helped me is I don't have a TV. I don't watch TV. And honestly, it's one of the hardest things for me in life because especially on weekends when I'm by myself and it's like I don't have a TV or anything to kind of like numb my head, I'm listening to what's going on and it's not easy. Like it is really not easy to sift through all of that stuff, and it's a lot of stuff. And then when you start listening, like, wow, I didn't even realize I thought that. I like, and then like sometimes when you condition yourself to listen to what you're saying, and you realize like, okay, if I'm on Instagram and I'm like scrolling through and I'm like that narrative, and I'm like, what? Like if I see something and I'm like, that's insecurity. Like that's not good. Because I always thought
Yeah.
of myself as a positive person, but when I really started listening to what was going on in my head, I was like, wow, girl, you need to do a lot of work. And I think that that's where a lot of us get tripped up
Yes.
over, is that kind
Yes.
of stuff.
Yes. I definitely agree with you on that, Amber. It's the mind. See, the thing with our minds is we literally are in hypnotic trances. You know, a trance is a meditate. So every time we engage maybe in a negative thought pattern or something, we actually get in kind of a trance flux. You're just low, and you know that's how your brain works. So this is why it's difficult for individuals to change or think, because they aren't in control anymore. It's their subconscious is driving that pattern. Because through, you know, like I say, you know, social media, there's nothing wrong with it. It's about, if you don't have a TV, it's not about the TV. It's about what you tune into. So if you have
Yeah.
a television, if you watch the news, or if you watch anything that is negative to you, then that affects your vibration, affects your mental. So it's
Mhm.
all about where you put your focus. It's your
Absolutely.
focus that's really important.
Yeah. And I know
Right?
for me, like I knew for me, like I really was dedicated. I'm
Mhm.
like, I wanted, I knew that for me, I just wanted to like disconnect and actually like, because
Yeah.
I knew like some of the things that were coming up, I'm like, that is so not good. And I really wanted
Right.
to fix those things. So in I want to ask a question, because this is
Yeah.
one thing that is really interesting to me, because a lot of people talk about alignment and a lot of people want to be in alignment. But I've seen a lot of interviews and people are like, people's definitions of being in alignment can be so vastly different. So I'm just curious of like, what does it mean to you for someone to be in alignment?
Okay, so here's what alignment is. It's very simple. Alignment means that your conscious intentions and the subconscious desires, they match. Okay? Alignment, that's alignment. Alignment means that the energies of both the minds are congruent. So if the energies are matched, then it's aligned. That means that the frequency is perfect. You can go out and you can manifest. That's what alignment means. It means that whatever I think in my mind, or whatever I say in my conscious mind, I say, hey, I am going to, you know, I feel wealthy, I am very prosperous, I am very healthy. Then it's also my subconscious now says, agrees with me and says, yes, now that shows how I feel. That's alignment. That's when things create.
So that leads me to my next question, because I've always been curious about this, and a lot of people have this question. They're always,
Uh,
or I wouldn't say
uh,
it's a question, but they're always
right.
searching for their purpose. Like that is a question that people ask all the time. Like, what is my purpose? And they're always searching for this purpose. And
Yeah.
like, is this being in alignment or your purpose, is that a thing, or is it whatever you create
Alignment.
yourself
Yeah.
to be?
Yeah. Yeah. Your purpose has more to do with in the heart. It resides in your heart's desire. Alignment is just being in a state of being, a state
Okay.
of so a purpose is more of your lifelong plan. Alignment is just state of being, state of being, state of being. That's how you manifest or you create when everything's in alignment. State of being, state of being, state of being. But purpose is more your life duty, what you came here to do, and to find your purpose. You can find your purpose. All you have to do is just kind of go into your heart and just say, you know, what do I like to do? What's my passion? Don't think about, you know, don't associate your purpose with, well, is it gonna make me money or it's not. Just find out what your passion is, and then when you find your passion, then things will work out around that to help you achieve it. So once you find your purpose, the money will come. That's what individuals try to associate purpose with money. Well, It got to make me some good money, or it has to do this. That's not what it is. That you go beyond your purpose. If you find your purpose, your life will be complete. That means you'll be financially good. You'll have everything you desire. In other words, so that's the key to find purpose.
Okay. So I want to hear from you. For people that are really wanting to create the life of their dreams and be in alignment, what would be like the biggest thing that you would suggest they start? Would it be that, where would you suggest that they start when it comes to creating the
Okay, the thing you have to do is I would definitely start with myself. You have to tell yourself that you deserve it, and never allow negative self-chatter about yourself. That's very important. That's the first thing you have to do. Talk as much nice things to yourself. Encourage yourself as much as possible. You have to believe you deserve it, because if you don't believe that you are entitled to, or it's possible for you to get it, it ain't gonna happen, because it's a subconscious thing. But if you believe that you're entitled to have it, it's your birthright, obviously. It's possible. It's a must. It's part of me. I deserve it. I deserve a beautiful relationship. I deserve perfect health. I deserve financial abundance. If you do that, what's happening now is you're empowering your subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is illogical. Think about it. In order to get everything you want, you have to be deserving it. You have to feel you're worthy to get it. Because if you don't feel you're worthy, when you do get it, because you can still get things with blocks through your conscious mind. You can use willpower. You can pull it in, get it, and use willpower. But if you don't feel you deserve it, then that's going to sabotage you.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
I agree. You deserve all the beautiful things in life, girlfriend,
Yeah.
boyfriend, yes. So we have a question from Chloe B. Bless on Instagram. I had asked my followers that I told them I'm so excited, I'm going to be speaking with Mark. So
nice.
Yeah, we have a question from her, and her question is, what are methods either of you use to stay consistent with manifesting?
What are methods what now?
What are methods either of you use to stay consistent with manifesting?
Oh, yes. So the thing is affirmations. You have to every day speak out some kind of affirmation that's positive to you. And I always use affirmations in a form of a question, because it empowers the creative mind, your subconscious mind, through the conscious mind to engage. So if you the first thing you want, if you get up every day, you have to say something like this: okay, why is my life so happy and harmonious? Then you start to think of good things that signify that. You can do things like that every day. That's a very good start, because now you're programming, you're changing your thought pattern. Your mind's not gonna come in and beat you up with all those. You're not good enough. It's not gonna work. Okay, so that's the first thing I definitely is very, very important.
Yeah, I agree. And I like to journal. I do my own affirmations too. I listen to them. I have them recorded on my phone, and I listen to them like I'm important and all that kind of stuff. And I also really like to journal.
Right.
So I write it down. I do scripting as well. So I just like writing at this point. I'm like, either I'm journaling or asking the questions like you said, because I actually got that from you watching your videos.
Right.
So I ask the questions and I write it down. And then I script from the future about how my life looks now,
Right. Yeah, that's powerful. When you're scripting, though, you have to script as if in a present moment. So you have to script as if it's happening now, because that's do not script in future, because now you're engaging your conscious mind. You have to script in present. So you're scripting. Wow, I am so happy today. I have this. I now have that. See, you do that, you bring yourself into the present moment. Now you're connected with the subconscious. Again, alignment. See, both conscious intentions match. And now you will be able to create the environment, right? The the right particles, they do the job themselves, like that seed, and then the manifestation comes.
Mm-hmm. So I think I'm going to end the interview here. I think that we have a lot of great stuff. I don't want to make it too long, but I did want to say, you all have to check out his videos. One of the things that really helped me from your videos is how you explain how things are created in the quantum field. When you understand that and you really like grasp that, I don't like watch your video once. I watch it over and over and over and again until I get it.
Right.
And once you understand that, it's like your whole life will change, literally. Yes. So I thank you. Great. I thank you, honestly, for putting that out there, because you are helping so many people really change their lives. So thank you. I do want to leave with where can they find you, your YouTube channel, your Instagram, all of those things. Yes, just YouTube channel, Mark Haughton, just do a search, you'll see there, and that's where the material is, and that's where you can learn. Now, I want to say one thing about the creation of, life. I want to give you a great insight, a great, tip to help you guys. You have to remember, all right, that the things that we're seeing right now are, when you see something, it's light. You're not seeing light. What you're seeing is the effect of light upon something. It's particles. So my point I want everyone to get to everyone is, everything you see, guys, is created from an invisible form, from our naked eyes. So from the invisible becomes form. And this invisible form is also, you control it via your thoughts and how you feel. So think about how powerful that is. So you can control invisible matter. But basically what I mean invisible, we can't see with our eyes, but we have instruments, and your thoughts affect the particles. And based on how you think and the vibration, you can change the particles to coagulate together, right? And then to attract what you want in your life. That's very important. I want people to get. Yeah, that one video you did, like on the God particle, and how like the person expected it to do something, and then it did it because of the expectation or something like that. I can't. I'm not, like, I can't verbatim say what you said, but it was really, really interesting. Really, really interesting.
His boson particles. Yeah, remember, listen, everything has some sort of consciousness, higher levels of consciousness. We are a higher level of consciousness, but every particle have a consciousness. The atom is conscious. The energy is conscious. You know why it's conscious? Because it has an awareness when you are putting your attention on it. It knows when you're looking, so it must react accordingly. It's all intertwined in how everything is created. So we're really more powerful than we were led to believe, and we have extraordinary ability to change our lives. But the key I want everyone to understand, and it's going to take you must discipline yourself, and you must use repetition. Discipline and repetition, and your life will change. Guarantee you it.
It's a lifestyle thing. It truly is. Like I don't think that you can really do it without it being part of your life. Just like, exercise and all these things that, it's part of your life. Like, so I'm a big proponent for that too. And you also do coaching as well.
Yep. Yes, you can reach me at, I have a new website up. It's called mindcenterworld.com. You can reach me there. Plus, I have my additional website, Mark Haughton Quantum Vibrational Numbers. You can reach me there. But you can find all the links via the YouTube channel or social media, Facebook. You can find me at Mark Haughton. And also, I have a free, it's a free group on Facebook where I give a lot of teachings and help individuals. It's called Manifesting Lottery Winnings with All Desires using Law of Attraction. Not only lottery, but everything in your life, health, strength, wealth, whatever. And you can find me there. And I always love to talk and help and spread. And this is why this interview is a great platform to build more awareness. And I thank you for having me on to be able to spread that. So it's always great.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Like, it's interesting to me because like when you do interviews, like, and then you put these videos on, I don't know if you know how you really change people's lives. Like, it's so amazing to me. And like, you really helped me, you know, it's amazing.
I'm
Anyways,
happy.
so I'm going to end the interview here. Definitely subscribe if you haven't. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, and thank you for watching.
Thank you so much, Amber. Talk